Hello, and welcome to Studio Farrago. My name is Lorraine, and today I am drawing a ring-tailed lemur in my neon junk journal. As usual, this video is in the style of Less of Comfortable Shoes Studio. They are my inspiration here on YouTube, and I love how they present their artwork, and I want to give you something similar. I am working in my handmade junk journal. I put this book together myself from various vintage and modern papers and put it into an old book cover. The video is sped up a little bit, so keep in mind that it is faster than I normally draw. I am using 3 pencils to create this drawing today. I'm starting with a basic Bic mechanical pencil. It is something that I'm comfortable with. I use it in my sketchbook, and here I'm using it for the basic outline of the drawing. I then go in with a General's carbon sketch to create the darks and the black tones, and I finish with a Prismacolor white colored pencil for the highlights. The surface today is an old lined piece of paper that I prepped with neon paint and ink. Lemurs are a primate like us, but they are a bit different. They have long, wet noses, and they live only on the island of Madagascar. They are endemic to Madagascar, an island off the coast of Africa. They can range in size from the small 1-ounce mouse lemur up to the 20-pound Indri lemur. There used to be gorilla-sized lemurs, if you can imagine, on the island of Madagascar before people arrived. Now those species are extinct. All lemurs live in female-dominated social structures, and they use mostly scent-based communication. The ring-tailed lemur specifically has what we call stink fights, where they use a scent gland on their body to add smells to their tail, and then they will waft their tail towards each other and basically vie for dominance by their smell. I've worked with 4 species of lemurs in my career as a zookeeper. I have a soft spot for them. They're not the brightest creatures, but they are very sweet. They're usually hand-fed treats to help facilitate our relationship. I worked with a male that was a mongoose lemur. He was smaller than the other lemurs that we worked with, but he was definitely in charge. He was the first to eat. He was the first outside. He was definitely in charge of the group. He loved bananas, and when you had bananas and were feeding out bananas by hand, he would gently tap you on the shoulder and let you know that you needed to give him some more bananas. We hand-fed most of the lemurs for observation so we could get close to them, so we could see that they were healthy and make sure that they were healthy and thriving. And it facilitated our relationship so we could have a good relationship with them and work with them whenever we needed to. My favorite part of the day was the morning when I arrived and I got to let the lemurs out from their nighttime quarters. They got to go outside, and every one of them would find a spot in the sunshine and spread their legs out and spread their arms out and stick their tummies out to the sun. Some people call it worshiping the sun. We called it sunbathing. And they all would soak up the warmth of the sun and warm up their bodies. The ruffed lemurs specifically are some of the loudest creatures on Earth. They were so loud, especially in the indoors, that we had to wear military-grade ear protection to keep our ears and our hearing protected, because their hoots and their hollers can be heard for miles. They're also extremely acrobatic. They jump and hang and climb and bounce off the walls. And since they were pretty gross and usually had dirty hands, the walls would be covered in dirt and had to be cleaned often. Nearly all species of lemurs are endangered due to deforestation on the island of Madagascar. AZA-accredited zoos work with conservation organizations to support the conservation of these animals. So it's important that if you have an AZA accredited zoo near you, to support them by visiting them and donating to them, because they are directly responsible for making sure these wonderful animals survive. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here to see my video. If you like it, please give it a like. That helps me out. If you'd like to stick around for more drawing and animal knowledge, you can hit that subscribe button. And once again, I appreciate you being here. I'll see you in the next one.